Greetings, salutations, welcome back. We are playing some more Limbus company today. And I've just now realized that I've forgotten my water bottle. I'll get it in a bit. We're playing some more Limbus company today. I was about a minute late, Adam. It's true. Also, some emotes woke and my chat some don't. It's weird. It's weird. I can't tell you which emotes will woke and which won't, unfortunately. Okay, so we are playing Limbus company today. We are still on Intervallo 3. We will be continuing Intervallo 3. I think we can finish Intervallo 3 partway through this stream, maybe. I don't know. We might be able to move on to what comes after, which I'm assuming is the next chapter. Canto 6? 6. YouTube's still falling behind on so many features compared to Twitch. Well, pros and cons. I think there's some features they're behind, some features they're ahead. But you know, pros and cons. I have been working on the event between streams. You have there's stream elements, but we are at 990 of the photos for it, which, if you are unaware, we just actually need 10 more of the photos, which we should get in this stream to get who was this? I don't really care about the, but we're getting him Honolulu scope. I don't know how you say that. Unokun. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, but there are 0%. I don't know, but I won't debate it right now. But also Wolfram. Yes, Wolfram. I give a thumbs up to Wolfram. I wish I had hand tracking on my Mado so you could see the thumbs up I'm giving. But yes, Wolfram is a thumbs up. I don't know what that. I am Tone. We might do a Wolfram stream tomorrow. We might not. I'm still deciding on tomorrow's stream. I heard that there's some bugs with the new update though, and if there's bugs with it, I might just play it off stream. I don't know. Oh right, between streams I finally got the thread together that I uptied the Reign of Harvest Docent Radian to the max of 4. Tomorrow is supposed to be D&D. I thought green wasn't available. Unless that's changed. Okay. So we're finally here, eh? Heathcliff looked out the rattling bus window with a dour expression. Though it wasn't raining, the world outside was grey and opaque like an overcast sky. Black, pungent clouds of smoke had long devoured the atmosphere. Welcome, Dream Genius. You have arrived. So this is the kind of place Heathcliff used to roam. I'm actually surprised. I expected us to enter the teacup in the actual canter and not beforehand. The color remains grey, is deep into the heart of the back streets. I recall with quite the certitude that the teacup I arrived at after my departure from Ascope was sepia-hued. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that the technology used to drain our saturation is situated at the center of teacup. It has been reported that such variations in hue may occur in areas further away from its sphere of influence. I understand then. Two other sinners immediately jumped in on the conversation to drag it away from whichever obscure subject Ethan and Faust were about to steer it into. No, I want to know what they're talking about, guys. I'm interested in Ethan and Faust's stuff. They're two of my favorites. Oh, right. I had something to ask you guys. Yeah, me too. What? I mean, that's a... Oh, yeah, the buildings here look a little different from where Isan used to live, so I'm just wondering if there's anything up with it. I think this might be calling back to the fact that Isan is an architect, right? Why are they so eager to draw the conversation away from the topic that Isan and Faust were going to? Exactly! That's exactly what I was about to ask. It's been a while since we started on this journey together. I was starting to grow more comfortable with the sinners. Maybe that's why I found Grager and Radia's valiant effort to keep this conversation remotely comprehensible to most occupants of the bus pretty amusing. I see what they're trying to do. But I was interested in Isan and Faust's discussion. Allow me to elaborate then. To discuss this subject, we must first... And Isan unknowingly shooting down their effort by jumping into another complicated discussion was another side I'd become familiar with. While I was curious about the technology Teacope uses to drain our color and about the behind the scenes of Teacope's operations, it wasn't something that could be answered now. I decided to table that discussion for later. Actually, give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. A clockard! Still rocking your head about what to wear to Wuthering Heights. I'm hoping to have time this week to finish reading Wuthering Heights before we get to the chapter in a fall, but I haven't quite finished Wuthering Heights yet.
그런 거 아니야.
What? No, it's nothing like that. Heathcliff protested, jumping up from his seat. Looks like I hit the nail right on the head.
아니, 생각을 안 한 거.
Fine. I was a little bit, but I was mostly reminiscing. Actually, I do have to say that Ante says that they hit the nail right on the head, but I don't know if Anacope is involved. I do remember hearing that Heathcliff used to live in the back streets. A part of some syndicate, if I recall correctly. Virgilius did say that we were going through the back streets instead of going straight to the Teacope nest for a reason. And that it was because of the company's orders. Interesting. That makes me wonder actually somewhat about the structure of the city, because the way I had envisioned it was that, like, if we were to look up the map of the city, I envisioned the nests of the city, in the nests in the middle of each of the copes, and the back streets just surrounding the nest on all sides. But this implies that there's a way to go straight to Teacope without going through the back streets, which would, I suppose, maybe imply that... I guess maybe the nest is on one of the sides of the area of Teacope? I don't know. I'm trying to envision what this looks like. Prithee, dost thou believe thou may complete the intervallo in this stream? I think we may. And if we do, we will be continuing on to the next chapter. I hope. Maybe we'll run into a golden bough here. No chance. If the golden bough was as common as any other twig in some back streets, why'd we be doing any of this globe-trotting waste of time? True, I guess. Besides, Wuthering Heights is quite the manner in more ways than one. You won't find it anywhere near some run-down back streets like this. There's a chasm of wealth between these poor alleyway sads and them. After all, they've sent me an invitation. Quite obvious that we'll find our golden bough in that manner in it. Or at least somewhere in that same nest. Correct. We will eventually travel to Teacope's nest. Heathcliff continued to speak in a low voice. The hubbub from outside the bus seemed to blend with his words, tuning into a mass of murmurs. There was a sort of commotion outside. Before we talk about whatever our eventual destination is, we'll have to travel the road of some blockage. Did I read that right? We'll have to clear the road of some blockage. That's right. Your intuition is half right, Heathcliff. Heathcliff, who was muttering to himself in an uncharacteristic daze, jolted away.
Hush!
Bloody hell! What's wrong with you and the room, lass? Neither of you ever do anything with a proper forewarning. I simply did not see the necessity in warning you. Anyway, those outside the bus are our targets. Targets. I believe that he means to say they must be eliminated. Are we just eliminating them to feed Mephistopheles? Or is there a reason? I feel compelled to let you know that this is not the only implication of the word target. Though I am yet to be informed of the precise details of this mission, that is. Regardless, you are to make contact with a target among them. Find the target and extract the necessary intel. Is this clear enough for you, manager? How are we supposed to find this target if you're not going to even tell us who it is?
타겟을 특정할 방법이 없는지 묻는군요.
And I asks if there are any identifying characteristics to this target. She is our interpreter and diplomat with Virgil. Likes to put a more a polite spin on things. I'm sure you'll find out when you get there. You are asking me questions I have no answers to, Dante. Don't waste your time. I like how we kind of see, oh, my head's kind of covering here, but we can see Karan over there. I feel like this is one of the few times I can't remember a previous background that we could see Charon in the background of. Wall of the boss all. I was somewhat weary of the way Virgilius answered me, but even in murky situations like these, we've always managed to pull it through anyway. I'm sure things will get a little clearer once we get there. I slowly disembarked the bus with the rest of the sinners. Some sanity. I have not currently been spending my sanity. I'm up to 4,654 because I don't really intend to do pulls on any of these banners currently. So we're starting to rack it up, which is nice. Nice. Okay, this is a combat. We will do my arena team kinda sorta, and this might be the last one we do the Reen team in this stream because we'll get to why.
저 살점을 찢으면 더 붉게 칠해지겠지.
형님, 그쪽으로 튑니다.
That one's had it your way, Aniki. Don't worry about me. I'll handle him. Try not to get yourself killed. You got that? What a mess. We backed out of the bus and right into what appeared to be a battlefield of a violent gain war. Black cloaks flutter under the grey sky, and the bloodthirsty blades clash violently. The bus had stopped not even 30 paces away from the thick battle. Interestingly, these houses look to be... These buildings almost look a little more old-fashioned than a lot of the architecture. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just thinking of architecture in U-Cope and the rest of K-Cope. What did the architecture of the village that one second, I have a picture of the... What did the architecture in the village that Sinclair look like in comparison to the architecture while we were in a Limbus company, in Lobotomy Cope, in a Canto 1, so that's obviously that sort of architecture, which isn't... I wonder how this compares to the architecture of... Okay, I nearly have it. Nope, that's Canto 2. Canto 3 backgrounds. Where's the village? I mean, it should be... No, I think this looks even more old-fashioned than Sinclair's village. Well... Oh, here's a... Actually, it might be about the same. Interesting. I read this already, I think. The Kurokuma clan. Kurokuma clan. I've heard of them before. I'm sure we had some identities from that syndicate. Some identity cards said Wakashu too. They were pretty loud subsidiary of an even louder syndicate called the Thumb. Oh, that's interesting. They're related to the Thumb. Okay. I think the identities were outfits similar to the ones they're wearing here. I think you're right, but who are they fighting?
뭐 항쟁이겠지.
It's gotta be a strife. Heathcliff replied in a monotone voice, like he was reading from an encyclopedia. That is not the voice I used.
조직끼리 치고받고 싸우는
It ain't a
건
rare
한국에서
sight
만난
to see
일이잖아.
syndicates fighting one another in the back streets.
또 자리세리
Must be something about street tax or some other trivial tooth dispute.
어느 곳에나 있는 것이로군. 힘으로 위세를 높이며
Leeches, blood-sucking kills, seeking to oppress and exploit the weak with violence. Fie! There is nary a place these scum do not infest.
새삼스러운 것도 없지.
It ain't anything new, lass. Most syndicates are like that. The only difference between them is how far they're willing to go.
이를테면
Like, right there he is. Blokes like that one over there. The one walking right at us. Heathcliff raised his back and pointed it at the approaching man. He wore the same outfit as the Kurokuma clan members.
뭐야 당신들?
The hollow...
있는 것들이
Nope.
모였어.
Hey, Shadow Clone, how goes it? The hollow you looking at? Crowding like you're here to stout shit.
맞다 안 내려?
Gonna keep pointing that bat at me. You wanna go? Is that it?
일단 과격한
Hey.
행동은 피하지.
Lower your weapon.
자극해봐야
Let's
좋을 게
not
없지
do
않아.
anything rash. No need to escalate this further. Is there? I'm doing well, Shadow. I'm doing well. Otis stepped into own Heathcliff, but he did not budge. He remained motionless, the bat still raised and pointing threateningly at the approaching man.
결말이 뻔히 나 있는데.
Won't matter what we do here. It's a foregone conclusion.
저자와 결국 싸워야만 하는 거구나.
That we're going to fight him?
뻔하지 뭐.
Right, right down, lad.
항쟁을 하고
They're in the
있었던
middle of a
놈들이니
strife.
당연히 여긴
They'll
자기네
be
땅이라고
real
우기는
sensitive
거고.
about making it clear that this is their turf.
그러는 와중에 제 3자들이 지나갈 모양.
What better way to do it than forcing some unwitting travelers to pay the toll for the road?
잘 알고 있네.
Hey, looks like we've got a smart one here. The Kurokuma clan henchman strutted before us like he owned the place.
정한가 싶다가도 이런 일만
Just
되면
as I
꼭
was,
함정같이
just as I
찾아내는
begin to wonder about how dumb you could possibly be, you showed your shrewd detective side. Got to say it's a real mystery. Ishmael muttered at Heathcliff, who was shrugging at her with an expression that clearly read, I told you so.
잘 알고 있는 것 같으니까.
Well, since it looks like you clowns already know how this works, let me get straight to the point.
통행세.
The toll is 500,000 on per person. Dan Quixote! 500,000 on?
어디?
Let's see here. Right, I count 13 of you here. And since you guys all rode on a bus, I'm sure there's a driver in there too. There's also a Virgilius who will glare daggers at you while he beats ass up. He'll be beating ass up while he glares daggers at you.
포함해서 내놔라. 괜히 안쪽까지 뒤지다가 일 복잡하게
Don't you
만들지
skimp
말고.
out on us now. I'd like it if we didn't have to make this business messy by going through the bus ourselves.
단테, 들었어?
Did you hear that,
완전
Dante?
터무니없는 액수를 부르는데.
This is totally a highway robbery. It kind of is, isn't it? But it didn't really matter how much they were asking for. I wasn't going to negotiate with them anyway. Ishmael turned and looked quietly in my direction. I nodded back.
잠깐! 저 뒤에
Halt! There! In that field of battle! Don Quixote pointed at something?
쓰러진 자가 있어.
There lies a wounded dame! We must make haste and rescue you! Thou wouldst agree, no? Just as Don Quixote said, I could catch a glimpse of someone bleeding out on the ground through the chaos of clashing blades and the black cloak. And Don Quixote, of course, would like us to do some heroism.
야, 정의놀이 적당히 하랬지. 조직하고 조직끼리 싸웠는데 누구 편을 들어?
Oh, what did I say about this justice rubbish? This is a syndicate too for ya. No one's more or less honorable than the other.
동의한다. 또한 난전 속에서
Agreed.
피해를
It is
감수하며
no
저자를
complicated
구해야 할
mathematics
명분도
to
잊을 수 없다.
expect unnecessary allied casualties in this effort should we involve ourselves in this conflict.
하지만
Alas, I do not wish to leave you behind so undefended. I guess it's an improvement. In the early days of our adventures, we would have been dragged into this conflict 5 minutes ago, thanks to Don Quixote's recklessly valiant rescue attempt. I suppose she's learned her lessons by trials of fire. She was starting to show restraint for once. But it's a bit different this time. Okay, so I do think that we have to help that woman, but...
뭐?
What?
관리자님? 이해한 것처럼
Manager?
곤란한데요.
I didn't think that this was what that nod was about. No, I'm not saying that we should get involved because it's the right thing to do, or anything like that. If Virgilius was telling us the truth earlier, there is a chance we were purposefully made to drive right through this strife, which means that there must be something here they're expecting us to find. They always put us in harm's way for a reason, after all. I just have a feeling that the wounded woman might have something to tell us. Maybe an intel of some kind. And if it turns out that we were supposed to get that intel from the Kumo clan, and not that woman, then I suppose we'll have to beat it out of them. Oh,
훌륭하십니다, 관리자님.
marvelous executive manager. I, Otis, am actually awestruck by your genius. Yes, Otis. Yes, a bit much. Actually, what is she implying? That her usually flattery is phony? It's one of her Trojan compliments for us.
듣고 있자하니.
I don't like the way you're treating the Kumo clan like we're some pack of stray dogs. And don't think I missed that sympathetic look you gave her, which could only mean that you clowns are chummy with the Blade lineage. Hey, Blade lineage! You know, this is a remarkable coincidence that I feel like that we're doing this chapter at this time with the Blade lineage. I could practically hear our negotiations. Not that I was going to negotiate, falling apart as the man drew his blade.
합리적인 숙고와
A
산
rational deliberation, followed by a sensible decision. I will return my appreciation for your magnificent leadership with a flawless victory.
청원 전투 준비.
All units, prepare for battle. Now I feel kind of bad that I don't have Otis with me for this battle. Okay, here we go. Let's see a subsidiary of the thumb get beaten in by the ring.
점 찍었네.
어중간한 예술은
So, after this fight, we should get enough of the currency from this event to purchase the Hanlu, what is it, like a blade lineage Hanlu identity, which we're not going to uptie or level up or anything, but we will be equipping in a roster of characters to use, because that'll get us a fair amount of more photos from the event going forward. Oh, I could use an... Oh, we might be able to max out the amount of photos after this. Then... It's an scope ID not played lineage. Okay, it's something. It's not something I intend to really use, at least not today, so I
양밤이 떠올랐어요.
don't know. It's a NASCOP ID. But the point is that it's going to
24개의 늦골이 자아내는
get more photos along with the team of two Blade lineage characters I have already. If we use a support character, I think we can max it out.
합격점.
And that'll be great. We'll be able to get photos and spend those on some tickets and some stuff. Whoa, there was a thumb teaser. Oh, wait.
나쁘지 않아요.
There was a thumb teaser posted today? I'm assuming this is... Wait. No, that's not... There! For the Valencia Radian? I'm assuming this is going to be Tham Newsfather and Tham Apprentice. I'm guessing Radia is the Newsfather and Heathcliff Apprentice. Because if so, my sanity's going up for them, I think. I don't even know what they're going to do. I mean, I'm hoping they do something synergistic with some of my teams other than my Blade of the House of Spider, but I know they'll be good on my Blade of the House of Spider team at the least. And I'm just going to guess that they'll be powerful, because so far all of the other Newsfathers have been very, very powerful. It would be surprising to me if they're the first ones that aren't good. Most likely they will be Boone and Tramu. Okay, and currently, one second, I have the list of Sinu pulled up on another tab here because I've been doing this a lot recently. They might have synergy with the Tham East Capo Musor in that case, which I don't currently have, but the Tham East Capo Muso is on my list of characters I most want to get. Largely because he'll be good for a Burner team. That's exciting. Do we have a good idea? Is this like, so this is going to be somewhat soon in that case? Do we have a good idea if this will be like a week? Oh, 2 weeks from now? Well, I mean, obviously it'll start on a Wednesday, but let me see. Oh wait, this has a date on it. oh, that's next week, isn't it? Next week. Ooh, that is exciting. Oh, this even says the House of Spiders, Thumb Apprentice, and Thumb Nurse Father right there. Okay, it's not just like, okay. Ooh. Also, okay. I like the style of clothes that the Thumb wears. Oh, closing time. Oh, these guys are dead. I like the style of clothes they wear. It seems like it's oftentimes like this gold and red, kind of like suit and vest, kind of fancy. Which I just like the style of it.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
Here we go, Handu Slatter.
삐뚤어졌구려. 완성 부스트. 신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간.
They're the best dressed amongst the syndicates, even in Ruin Riding.
저희 뼈로 이제야 친해졌네요.
Well, especially when Faust there takes up her Iron Maiden.
별것도 없이 배짱만 두둑했군.
Rather strange clothing. There. Ooh. This has me super excited though. It gives me more motivation to keep up on my mirror dungeons and dailies to get those two when they come out next week. I'll try to get them. Sad. Well, no. S-A-D. Albauk. No bite. Truly a disappointment. Sad. What do we think SAD stands for? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, she even said pout of it here. Yep. Such a disappointment, you're right. Oh, at least I assume. While the rest of the sinews were slowly recovering from the excitement of battle, Dan Quixote did not waste a second before bolting forth to the woman's side. Also, something I'm excited about those two identities, the Tham Apprentice and the Tham Nurse Father, is so far to me, the Nurse Fathers and Apprentices have all had rather interesting gameplay for the most part to the way their kits work. Whereas some sinners, I look at them, and even though they might have powerful abilities. Some of them I like read their abilities and go, that's kind of boring but powerful set of abilities. Hawk! Out thou! I must chuck thy pulse!
아,
Oh!
이마에 대고 재다니.
You can chuck your pulse through your forehead? Didn't know that was possible. Hanlu, this is one of those things where if it was any other character, I wouldn't be sure whether the character... No. If it was any other character, I would be sure that the character was being sarcastic there. But with Hanlu saying it... have to say in some ways, in that context of story, the Thaminu's father and apprentice had the least mechanical interaction in the battle. Wonder how that'll translate to the IDs. Ooh. I hope it translates well. Every day Handler learns something new. He's truly lucky to have such educated friends. Yup.
살아있네.
The lady lives.
그러니까 이 녀석이 정보를
Luckily,
볼 거라고?
Don Quixote used the ability bestowed upon him by the great and ancient for something or another to as the great knight fixer to check the liveliness of the lady. So this lass has the intel we need. He appears to have a follow-up attack with Thamradian, and his assist defense may be exclusive to when that's cooler to me. See, I like those sorts of synergies. It's funny that you had a hand looping down a moment ago. I'm running a mirror dungeon and my alcove Hanalu just provoked a counter from it. Ah! See, it's another. It's through the mirror roll. It remains true. She was dressed in an all-black garb, like the Kirokuma. I am saying it Kirokuma almost every time, but it's Kirokumo. Clan member, but her weapon and her outfit were unmistakably distinct. 9.5? We are not on 9.5 if that's what you're asking. We are on 5.5. Is that what it? Blade lineage, huh? I looked around to the defeated Kirokumo clan members, then back at her. The difference became even more apparent. It's a very big coincidence you're doing this event, since this girl and her mentor show up in the current running event. It seems fantastic to me. It's quite a coincidence, and it's great. It's just like the coincidence where we got what's this middle guy's name? I know his name. I'm not looking at chat. I can remember his name. Ricardo. We got the Ricardo ID just before fighting Ricardo, and the Ricardo ID came out just before we fought him. It's fun coincidences. Don Quixote slowly and tragically shook her head after checking the pulse on others.
관리자님, 전투 중 몇몇
Executive Manager. I have questioned some Kurokumo clan members during the battle, but no notable intelligence has been gained. So, it's just here then. I hope my gut feelings prove me right.
산자는 이자밖에 없는
The Lady doth appear to be the sole survivor. We must move you to the bus and administer first aid. Post haste. What dost thou say to that? Yeah, don't see any other way. We don't carry a first aid kit with her, and I can't turn the clock to heal her, so... How do identities work? If there was an identity that had a first aid kit, can they switch to an identity with a first aid kit here and then use the first aid kit to heal her? Muso, do you mind carrying her back to the bus?
알겠습니다.
I do not. Thus we made our way back to the bus, Muso carrying the Dying Blade lineage member. I see that oh no, you can see the red in his eye. He did not want this. I see that you've hauled in another baggage. Virgilius didn't seem very happy about this. No, really! He's never happy about anything. He is just not the most happy of a person. Manager, since when did bringing in unauthorized, unverified guests into our bus become such an acceptable practice? We had no choice. We have to save her first if we're going to get any answers out of her.
정보가 있을 것이라고 판단되는 인물을
Dante
우선
explains
구명해야
that
한다고
this individual
판단했다고
will be of
말하겠네요.
no use to us deceased. If she carries the intel we need, then we must first ensure that she survives.
파우스트도 이 부분은 동의합니다.
And that Faust agrees with Dante's decision. What's done is done. However, do be mindful of bringing in strangers onto this bus from now on, Dante. Unfortunately, I believe that any objects that the IDs have on them disappear when they are no longer being worn, since the sinners that sprites have their... Oh, that's interesting. And that also makes sense to me. So, like, because... Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. Because, like, the first aid kit question was... Because, like, okay, they have different weapons than they have in their default identity, in their identities, so clearly they can have different physical objects from the... But... That makes sense. If they disappear when they're no longer being worn or carried, which that's even if one had a first aid kit on them, wouldn't necessarily be that useful. I had a feeling that Virgilius had much more to say than that, but he simply sighed and dropped the subject.
본인은
I believe that the manager Esquire hath made a decision most just. Thanks. Just as I was starting to dread that this bus was doomed to be eternally uncomfortable, Isan emerged from the back door with good news.
조치는 전부 끝내었어. 이제
So strange, pets are allowed on board, but not people bleeding out. You know, just anything that Virgilius doesn't feel like letting on board. That's what's not on board. I think it's a case-by-case basis, with the cases depending partly on Virgilius's mood. I have done what I can. Now... And before he even finished his sentence... Ah, there she is. The woman was awake. The character I used in the thumbnail, this works out. Don't know anything about her.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는 마에스트로가
아,
대신
한루.
세 가지 작품을 뜻하죠.
Rina Hanlu.
비록 지금 제
I am
작품이
sad
많은 신금을
because
울리지
Rina Hanlu,
않아도
we will be bidding you farewell for the rest of the
여전히
stream.
반지에 부끄럽지 않은 작품을 선보이는
Despite
것 같네요.
you being one of my favorite identities currently. Because we now get a different handler that we will need to have on the team to... Wait, this better be one that gives me a bonus, right? I think I checked. Yes, okay. 40% and then we can get 20 and 20%. Then if we use the support Mirso with the Mirso ego, that brings us up to... Actually, we don't technically even need both Otis and Sinclair on the team with the support Mirso to get the full 120% currency boost. Oh wait. Ooh. If you've called for me, a runaway to hunters. And Nobi, sure, whatever. I don't think I'm using either of the... I like my... Pyre should be okay, I hope. Okay. So... What team are we using in that case? Because this bleed team will not work very well without this Rena team will not work very well without Hanlu. Hanlu is the most powerful character on it, with Faust somewhat close behind, but he actually drastically boosts Faust's power, and boosts her power a pretty decent amount. So without him on the team, the next most powerful character gets even weaker. So maybe can we fit... We don't really use Hanlu on the Byrne team. My only recommendation is that you should avoid sinking, since the boss of this intervallo wants to be at low SP. We will do that then. We will avoid sinking. We will do Byrne. Yeah. Funny enough, I think Hanlu plays a key role in several of my teams. Byrne is like... No, Byrne and my middle team, but I think my middle team is my most work in progress team. Though, I will say, we're avoiding sinking, but I have been... Okay, not the past couple weeks, but like a few weeks ago, I was working on some sinking character, which we will not be using. What's this mouse over that? Get rid of the exclamation mark. We don't want those exclamation marks. Now, I am actually super excited that we got him, because now we can get... I'm less excited for these, but since we got him, we'll be able to get more currency. No, I'm less excited for I'm more excited for the stuff I can get now. I wasn't actually that excited to get that random Hanlu. I'm excited to get the extraction tickets and the yellow and red boxes and the thread and Inca Fallen boxes. Ooh, that's what I'm actually really excited to get. Okay, so Burn, and we also want to go support Mirso. Perfect. Then we have these folk here. Technically we have more photo percent than we're overcapped on photo percent here, but yeah, whatever. Technically means I could switch Blade Lineage cells to Sinclair out for Unclear, but I don't think it's necessary. I think that this team is good right here. That Mirso has the special skin that's just released for him. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's symbol right there, isn't it? Because that's a facade. I haven't done anything with facades yet myself. Not that you will see it. Yeah.
여긴
Where?
보안.
Thanks, Ryoshu. Get in the back of the line of sinew. What are you going to do if you wake up from a near-death experience and it's Ryoshu tacking into you? It's like, oh, where am I? TB. It's like, oh, I must have had a concussion or a stroke. I don't understand what you're saying. Someone else get in front of him and do the tacking.
여기는 버스 아니에요? 저희는
Welcome to the bus. And oh, we are.
쟤도
And oh, Dachi! Ah! The Blade Lineage woman is spraying from her prone position, grabbing the sword next to her. She held the grip of her blade, ready to draw it at any moment.
이놈들은 누구냐? 흑운해?
Identify yourselves! Are you with the Kumo clan?
아니라고.
No. Don't worry, that Odachi can do much worse damage than any Kumo clan. I think she might be in over her head trying to attack the sinners just herself. I mean, there are people who can take down the sinners by themselves. But I feel like the ads that the random lady that was already bleeding out on the street is someone who's like Ricardo's level. I think those ads are rather low.
그러니까
So where?
그런데 왜 그들이 쓰는 무기와 흡사한 것을?
Then why does that woman wield an Odachi?
말이 안 통하네.
She will not listen. We should kill her. Ryoshu!
두 가지 이유로 화가 난다.
She pisses me off for two reasons.
하나는
One,
대화를 주고받지 않아
she refuses to listen, making this conversation longer than it needed to be.
또 하나는
Two,
그
she
밥버러지들의
dared to
쓰레기 같은
compare
날개와
their
나의 검을
scrap metals to my blade.
뭐 분을 참을 필요가 있나 시게.
I am really really curious about Ryoshu's backstory. I feel like this right here is like referencing her backstory more than a lot of other stuff has throughout the story right now, right before this point. And like I'm getting little like hints here and there of Ryoshu's backstory just from like this season currently going on and the releasing identities throughout the season. I'm curious. Is there any reason for me not to proceed with you? Oh, Clank. Oh. That has to be here, like, some sort of attack, some sort of proceed with... I want to say it has to be related to, like, disemboweling here, but I can't think of a series of words that fit. Oh, maybe just kicking her off the bus? Off. Yeah, there is. She can't tell us anything if she's dead. Okay, I'm guessing it's an attack. No. Okay, obliteration of forehead. Okay, that would have been a tough one to guess, I think. Ryoshu often shows bursts of emotion in the most unexpected ways, but at least she listens when I ask her to, which is a relief.
자세히 보니
I suppose your blade is not exactly like theirs. Your uniform is certainly different. Actually, that really makes me curious. I have the list of identities pulled up here. If I look at just Ryoshu one, does she actually have one that would be here as one of the Kurokumo? She does have a Kurokumo clan identity. So she could have looked exactly like them.
특히
And you, who might you be? You certainly wear a rather loud timepiece. Are you unable to communicate otherwise?
그는 우리의 관리자요.
They are our manager.
목소리가 들리지는
Their vocalizations will not reach your ears.
익숙한 내음이 묻어있는
I recognize the scent your voice carries. It's familiar.
내가 전전에 오던 구역에서도
Even in the
나의 말투
districts
흡사한 친구를
that I have
많이 보진
resided in,
못했다만
have I not met fellows who speak as I do?
말투는 그렇지. 하지만 선택하는
Speak as
단어의
you
면면은
do indeed.
익숙함이 보여.
Yet I sense familiarity in your choice of verbiage.
19구.
You must be from District 19, Ascope. Do we know much about Ascope? I'm trying to remember.
있으나 출신은 그러하오.
Though I have fled, that is where I hail from.
그런가.
I see.
도망이라.
So you have also left your home behind.
고향 사람들은 늘 처지가
My compatriots have shared the same fate as we do. Perhaps meeting someone from the same home district helped. The woman visibly relaxed before slumping down on a nearby chair. Her breathing was labored. They talk a bit about Ascope in the most recent event. It's an agricultural ring. Is that the one that the cow was from, that Dan Grain healed and all of that stuff?
나의 이름은
My
이상이다.
name is
그대의
Isan.
상처를 치료했지.
I have operated on the wounds you have suffered. So I have acted with such brutishness despite your kindness. Please accept my apologies. I think it must be since he and Isano from there. That makes sense.
앵두라고 불러주시게. 검을 다루는 게 살수를 막고 있어.
Can I pick out how she pronounces her name from that audio?
앵두라고 불러주시게. 검을 다루는 게 살수를 막고 있어.
Ende? Is it Ende? It might be. Some of these names, some of the names in this I have to guess at pronunciations and.
앵두라고 불러주시게.
Ende?
검을 다루는 게
Ende?
살수를 막고 있어.
Maybe. Call me Ende. I am a Salso from the lineage that deals in blades. Oh, and Dante, maybe he can leave the talking to his son this time. Looks like we can sit back and let him handle this. I don't know, what if we let Dante do the talking one of these times? We never let Dante do all the talking. I nodded, replying quickly to Radia's whispers.
19구. S사에서
If you are from District 19, Ascope territory, then you must be aware of who we are.
저작거리의 소문에
I am somewhat aware, though I am far from acquainted with the tales from the streets. I have heard that the Blade lineage is bound to no master, no land. Yet, whence do you flee?
사정은 말하자면 길 것이고.
It is a tale of how to land to be shared in full. All I may divulge is that we had no choice but to seek a territory for us to thrive in.
소상한 사정을 읊는다면 우리가 도울 수 있는 부분이 있을지도 모르지 않은가.
When someone hands them a notepad and pencil one day. Perhaps there is that we could do to assist. Should you deign to impart the particulars of your pursuit. One day, Dante's going to pick up a notepad and pencil and they're going to write a sentence and go, wait! A second? I can actually talk to people like this. Anders shot a sweeping glance at all of us. Her eyes appeared heavy with crushing exhaustion. I mean, she was just bleeding out, and I think that's reasonable. If you and your fellows were skilled enough to defeat this group of foes, then all of you must be quite capable. Kirokumo clan has put a bounty on our heads. Our mantle, my fellows, all of us.
항쟁 수준이 아닌데?
Hold on, this ain't just any other strife then. That sounds more personal than your usual TIFO. As it has always been, District 19 is fraught with corruption and disturbance to the lives of the public. Okay, so I assume here we're saying that District 19 is more fraught with corruption and more fraught with disturbance to the lives of the public. Because so far my observation is that every district in this entire city is fraught with corruption and has disturbances to the lives of the public. But, yeah, no. Maybe District 19 has more. There is very little that us men and women of the blade who seek not else but to train and walk the path of martial arts can do to change the wind, now known as Salpipio. Agro industries. Agro industries. But Salpipio. That's a word. Salpipio. Yo. Or Ascope. I prefer to call it Ascope. I like Ascope. That's a nice name. Easier. For me. As the old saying goes, what other choice does a monk who oppose his temple have but to leave it behind? Thus we have departed from our home. So the people of Ascope still suffer. Suffer still. We had departed in search of our new home, yet it was no easy journey. Most territories have already been made home by others. In order for us to settle, conflict was unavoidable. In the midst of those conflicts, I have the memory of our mentor bringing us an invitation. An invitation to, oh no. To enter a library of sorts. I'm sorry. That's my condolences under. It seems like you might have already been through some stuff. Because that does not, although I have not seen exactly what you went through since I haven't gotten far enough in that. That seems like it could have been a very bad experience, an invitation to a library. It's a peaceful trip to the library. According to the wiki, Pipia means flesh, blood, bone. Ooh. Flesh, blood, bone, agro industries. Oh. That seems like a dark agricultural district. Also, actually, this invitation to the library is exactly what I was referencing back there. District 19 is fraught with corruption, maybe not the corruption, well, though maybe, I don't know, and the disturbances to the lives of the public. Yeah, now we're safe from disturbances to the lives of the public. The invitations to the library come to people anywhere and stuff, yeah. Virgilius, who had been sitting quietly with one leg over the other on a chair, far from the rest of us, visibly reacted. Oh, he knows about the library! I think I remember that the word library always got a genuine reaction out of Virgilius. You have the memory. Quite an odd way to phrase your own recollections. We arrived at the library hoping to escape the Kurokumo clan's clutches. But all we had done was to lead ourselves into just another field of battle. We were handily defeated.
그리고 어느 순간 이곳 T사의 골목에 있게 되었다는 이야기요. 그 방식이 워낙 기묘하니.
Oh, Blade Lineage's fight in the library wasn't actually one of the main receptions, meaning this was the first major low we had for them. In a way, that seems sad for them. Does that mean that for the library they were just a footnote? They weren't even that meaningful for the library. Then, all of a sudden, we found ourselves stranded in the back streets of Teacope. Upon our waking, the bizarreness of such an experience can only be described by an expression just as odd. Mantu! Bamboo-hatted Kim! What? Her eyes suddenly widened mid-sentence, and leaped from her seat.
모두가 아직 빌딩에.
Yeah, exactly. For Blade lineage, it was a life or death moment. For Angela and Roland, it was Tuesday. Exactly what I was thinking. I believe that our mantle remains there still. We must make haste to Yanjin building.
조심하시게.
Be not so hasty. Such wild movement may cure the wounds that I have. And she's bleeding out. Oh, what the heck is she dead?
혈액이 부족한데
It is no surprise that a sudden rise in blood pressure in lieu of blood supply would cause one to faint. She has merely lost her consciousness. Phew.
그래도 관리자님이 예상하신 대로
You were right, manager. She did have some useful intel for us.
용진 빌딩.
Yanjin building. I suppose we have some business there then. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know what this has to do with our mission, if any. I wonder if Virgilius is any more interested in this stranger that Virgilius didn't want another bass. Now that she's mentioned the library. Or maybe it's that library that we should...
비상.
Danger, danger.
앞에 칼 들고
Bunch of people in Mappy's way, swinging swords around. Black clothes.
맵이 다치겠다.
Passengers, move out, protect Mappy. And you know who is ultimately in charge of Limbus Company? It's Karan, so we must follow her orders. Executive manager, they appear to be Kirokumo clan's reinforcements. Well, what can we do? We'll have to think about this later. For now, let's take care of the reinforcements. Okay. Speaking of blades, I feel like she Blade of the House of Spiders might have a better blade than you Kirokumo clan people. What I've seen Blade of the House of Spiders do with her blade has seemed quite impressive to me so far. So, yeah.
해체 허가 진행하겠습니다.
한명
Let's see. Let's activate Wrath Resonance if we can. Yeah.
순식간에 끝내죠.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸? 걷잡을 수 없이 타올라라.
결정 염화.
I am a little sad I don't get to use my arena team. But second best team. Okay, second most favorite team. I don't actually know. I don't think this is my second best team. Second, yeah.
해체 허가 진행하겠습니다. 걷잡을 수 없이 타올라라.
원망도 몇 터지나.
Okay. Okay, so let's use outer blossom star so that we don't kill a Faust. Wait, what is our fuel at? Okay, I don't want to lose track of that and run out of fuel on Greg.
불꽃으로 수놓은 이 별무리 속에 데려다 드릴 수는 없어도 끌어안아 별빛으로 만들어 드릴 수는 있답니다.
There we go. I really can't wait to hopefully get Otis for the Burner team here.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
Wow,
다가오지 마세요. 이
one
불꽃이
second, it's...
어디까지라도 번질 수 있으니.
We might actually just to be on the well... I don't want her to... Oh wait, we have one enemy left. Whatever. Burn Bright. Faust. Burn Bright. One enemy left.
대치 소각되었습니다. 일부 동화율 정상. 개체의 행동 패턴 추출 완료.
Photos!
다음 연구로 이어나갈 수 있겠군요.
I'm probably going to... There's 102, Now that I have that handle, I'm probably going to, between this stream and next stream, go back to Canto 5 and... Wait, I could have sworn there were 102 battle... There was like 2 battles skipped in the that I'd be able to go back to and do for the first time to get the... Oh, maybe there wasn't. Maybe it was somewhere else. I could have sworn that somewhere I have like 2 battles that I can do. Still, that were skipped over. And would get me some extra event currency.
제가 앞에 서죠.
Wait. Okay. We're going right into another battle. Expected some dialogue. But I guess there's lots of reinforcements, I suppose.
해체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
회원을수록
Yeah, we'll just do that.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 할 거야.
Actually, this makes me wonder exactly what this Valencianius father Radia Tamnius father will be like mechanically, because like if she does burn stuff, I wonder if it would be worth replacing Leo Association Radia and my burner team. I do like Leo Association Radia. And about because Pinpoint Blitz, just the lots of extra damage from burn. But there's a chance she could be replaced. If there's some burn on
순식간에
it.
끝내줘.
Hello, I'm a bit late. You're not too late though.
타올라라.
That's what I'm wondering, since the source for the ID has burn and tremor, as you heard, but they also have poisoned ammo. I saw a thread speculating about the mechanical themes of the IDs of the Pinger syndicates, and I saw them speculating that some IDs would be ammo focused. To be honest, if they are ammo focused, I'm hoping it's interesting. In some ways, ammo focused, doesn't pique my interest in the same way as some other thing a team could be focused on would, but it could be interesting.
버러지 같은 놈들. 결정 염화.
아른거리는 불길 속으로.
베어니스 원망도 옅어지나. 괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
Ooh, do we think we can beat this guy? This guy seems tough. Oh. I let Faust die this time. Whoops. Sorry, Faust.
그려낸 대로.
She'll be fine. If they change mechanics based on when they're out of ammo, like another ID, I think it could be really good. I'm interested. Like, I feel like an ammo-based character could be done well, but I can also see an ammo-based character being done in a way that I would find it. I could see finding it tedious if done in a certain ways, depending on how the ammo needs managed, but I could see it fine. It all depends, really, I suppose. And how it's designed. Well, to be fair, you could design a character without ammo to be tedious as well. We returned to the bus after dispatching the Kumo clan members that attacked the bus. Hello? Only to be greeted by an unfamiliar face that was a woman sitting in the frontmost seat of our bus.
이상하군 길잡이.
Interesting. Guide?
분명 논의되지
I
않은
believe that
승리는
we've
드리지
both
말아야
made
한다는
it
말을
quite
들었지.
clear
한
that
시간이
no
지나지 않았는데.
guests are to board the bus without prior consultation. That discussion was not even an hour ago, in fact.
외부인에 한해서라고.
I was about to praise how every ID has a monochrome filter over them because they cope mute colors, but when I noticed that Blade Yoshu is exempt from that, it may... I already knew that she'd be exempt from it here. I don't know the reasons. I saw someone say that without spoilers, it's just like it has to do with time stuff, but there are a few identities that have reload mechanics, but so far none of the TAM IDs really have it, as far as I know. Yes, we did. No outsiders, to be exact.
눈앞에 신분이
Isn't it clear as day as to who she is? I noticed that she was wearing a familiar uniform with the logo clear emblazoned on her chest. I'm assuming she's someone who works with us. Are you from the LCCB? I assumed she worked with us just from her design. She looks like the people who've worked with us before.
LCCA다. 시계 관리자.
LCCA, the after team manager clerk. Though, I will say, good luck to you, whoever you are. I'm sure we'll get your name in a minute. But good luck. I wish you all of the luck on surviving your venture and being in the spotlight. Right, I could see that she was wearing a red emblem on her shoulder.
이 사람 관리자님 말이 들리나요?
Huh? Wait, can she hear what you're saying?
안 들려. 태엽 소리를 번역하는 재능도 없다.
No, don't have any talent in a TikTok interpretation either. But it was pretty easy to tell with that blank, stupid look they were giving me. Oh, thanks. I like that you're insulting Dante after. But that's... yeah, thanks.
무슨 말을...
Don't you have the common decency to mince your words? Ishmael scowled, about to tell the woman off, until she coughed and collected herself. Maybe she suddenly recalled her old attitude.
나는 클리어 부서 애프터 팀 소속. 일반 작전 이과 알파 팀장 카이먼이다.
I am team leader Cayman. Limbus Company Clearance After Team. Normal Operations Unit 2. The most interesting thing about the reload mechanics is that the only ones who have it are ego IDs. You reload with your sanity. So you go a little crazy to reload your ammo.
그야 우리가 개고생했던 걸 꿀떡하는 놈들이니 눈 뜰 리가.
Whoever this is, they're rude. Dante has a name. Yeah, and Heathcliff can tell them that this is Clockhard over here. Heathcliff, our resident expert on what is the word I'm looking for? Noble etiquette. Ha! Of course not. All them blokes do is sweeping in to pick up the spoils after you've done all the hard work.
말은 바로 하지 길바닥 출신.
Let me see some things straight. Nope. Let me set some things straight. Backstreet's Matt.
뭐?
What?
팀은 너희 같은 목숨 버리게들이 깽판 쳐놓은
The
현장을
active team is charged with cleaning up the mess you ungrateful wastes of lives leave behind, sweeping in to pick up the spoils. No, we do the very difficult work of sweeping your stinking shit under the rug. Well, you're a very endearing individual. I don't know if anyone has warned you that some of the sinners have some somewhat unstable personalities that I wouldn't go poking and prodding at the way you are.
저희가 목숨 버리게라고 불리나 보다.
Wastes of lives? Is that how you guys see us?
그뿐일까?
Oh, that's not all. Wastes of lives, vampire cows, the most expensive bass in the world, meat shields, maniacs with more luck than they deserve, and then some. Doesn't seem like the most relevant conversation topic for now, though.
이 새끼가 말하는 꼬라지는 계속
You
떠들 거냐?
little, you better change your tone now.
특별히 고칠 이유가 없다면
If you give me
고치지 않는
one reason to, then I will. Unfortunately, it is my personal philosophy to be stubbornly set in my ways unless I'm given a good reason to change. Sure,
앞뒤 가리지 않고
it's your job
황금가지를
to
회수하는 게 유명하지만
collect the golden
그
cows,
뒤에서
no
개가
matter
지원할
what.
사람을 생각하지 못하는
But I'm
방식이기엔
having a lot
더
of trouble
고칠 필요가 없지.
scrounging up even an ounce of respect for a group of half-wit idiots who don't give a damn about people who have to clean up after them.
거점하지, 카이만 팀장.
That's enough, team leader Cayman.
뭐 욕짓거리를 하러 온 건 아니었으니까.
Very well. I wasn't sent here to reprimand them. You're sent here to get beaten up because I feel like some of the sinners, like Heathcliff, might be close to helping you with that.
상부의 작전 명령을 하달합니다.
I'm here to relay the orders from the head office. Cayman produced an envelope, opened it and pulled out a paper from within. She began to read it out loud.
LCB의 T사 황금가지 탈환 작전 이전에
LCB, additional mission assignment prior to Teacup Golden Bow retrieval operation.
하나, 해당 구역
1.
근처에 발생한
Eliminate
디테일을
and
제거
secure
혹은
the
확보해.
distortion in the area.
둘, 해당 위치에 있는 검은 비석 모노리스를
2.
확보할 것.
Recover the monolith, an artifact in the shape of a black still from the same site. Monolith? What's this now?
뒤틀림?
Distortion?
뒤틀렸다는 뜻인가?
Are you saying that they've already distorted?
모른다. 이
I
추가 작전은
don't
LCC가
know.
관여되어 있지 않지.
Limbus Company clearance is not a part of this extra operation. I was merely ordered to relay this information to you as I happened to be taking care of some other job at Teacup.
우리의 임무는 황금가지의 탈환뿐일 텐데 언제부터
I believe that our one and only mission was to recover the golden bows. Since when did it become our job to play errand boy? Fixers.
지금 주문받았군. 그리고 황금가지를
Since
배달해오는 너희가
now.
특별히 심부름꾼과
Besides, I
다를
don't
바도
see what the difference is between an average errand boy and your team. All you ever do is pick up and deliver the golden bows, no?
확실히 알겠네.
Yeah, she's not really endearing herself to me personally, at least, you know. Right. I guess the after team is full of grouches like you, huh? Radian grumbled like she was imagining a department full of caimans. Cayman quietly took a sweeping look at the complaining sinners, then approached me.
시계 관리자.
How much feeling does Dante have in their head? It's a prosthetic clock. Do you think if they just had batted Cayman right now, do you think it would hurt Dante much, or would it just hurt Cayman? Manage your clock. Yes?
뭐라고 말하는지는
Can't
어차피 안
hear
들리고.
what you're saying anyway, so just listen.
당신이나 당신 졸개들이나
Allow me to kindly explain some things for you and your minions. Since all of you appear to be so out of the loop. Cayman crossed her arms and leaned against the bus seat, though she was about to start a lecture.
LCB는 분명 황금가지를 가져오는 게 임무다. 그건 맞아.
LCB's
부정할 수 없지.
primary objective is to retrieve the golden bows. Yes, can't deny that.
하지만 림버스 컴퍼니라는
But
회사는
parading
목적이
around telling everyone that Limbus Company specializes in retrieving golden bows would be stupid. Don't you agree?
그게 당장의 벌이 수단이
And
되지도
it's not
않고.
exactly the most lucrative business, if at all.
그건 맞는 말이네요. 사실 궁금했거든요.
I guess so. I've been wondering about the company's finances for a while. Where do we even get our funding? Ishmael, I'm at this point, I'm not sure this is the sort of question we're supposed to ask, because I almost worry asking too much will get someone mad at you.
뭐 돈은 걱정할 필요 없다. 오히려 차고 넘치지.
Yeah.
지금 이 회사에 부족한 건
Well, there is no need for you to concern yourself with the company's finances. We have much more than enough capital to do what we want. What the company really lacks, however,
대외적인 입지와
is public standing and a cause. Oh, is that what we're going to be doing now? Trying to get some public standing?
림버스 컴퍼니는 그 명분을 뒤틀림에서 찾기로 정했었다. 뒤틀림 현상이라는 게
Limbus
아직
Company
도시에서 체계적으로 관리되는
decided
건 아니거든.
to find our cars in distortions. No significant organization has yet taken charge of managing instances of the distortion phenomenon. We have a weird rich woman running the company, and she has committed a large amount of war crimes, so it's probably connected to that. Ooh, interesting. Faust told me some time ago that it hasn't been done since the distortions began appearing in the city. Oh wait, really? I didn't realize that's how it worked.
림버스 컴퍼니는 대외적으로 뒤틀림 현상 전문 처리 및 방역 또한 현상의
Limbus
연구를 하는
Company is building our reputation as a
그러니
professional
다방면으로
distortion
관련 활동이 필요한 상태지.
prevention and control company that doubles as a research center for the distortion phenomena, which means that we need to produce real results in more ways than one, that is. Okay, wait, now I'm curious. We have identities that are connected to abnormalities by way of egos. Do we have any identities that are connected to distortions, because I'm wondering if there's how things work as far as low and distortion, because there are differences between distortion and abnormalities, and by way of egos we can wield the power of abnormalities in a sense. Distortion only started appearing since the fall of Alicope, which is, I believe, so okay, 1 to 2 years ago. But the closest I can think of to a character that's close to that is Faust, but she doesn't actually get to the point of when a Chromir distorts Faust. Faust is just kind of Chromir before distortion. I'm scrolling through the list of identities now. I'm not sure. It's like egos. Lots of... a decent number of ego identities. Maybe. In all technicality, Blade lineage Muso and Dan Sinclair are connected to distortions, but only loosely. We don't yet have distortion IDs in a full. Curious. Do you know whether we know if the Sinners can... I don't know, wield the power of distortions through the mirror technology? I did hear that this epidemic of distortion phenomena can be pretty annoying to deal with. Pretty annoying, and that's putting it very lightly.
아직도 이 현상을 누가 명확하게 정의한 적이 없다. 그러니 전담하기를
No one has properly defined what these distortions truly are. This means that not many are willing to jump into dealing with this new phenomena blind. They likely can, considering it seems like anything might be possible through the mirror worlds. Yeah. I'm curious. Now I want to see them release an identity that is more directly connected to a distortion. Because it's like... it's just interesting because distortions are clearly different from abnormalities, but it's like seen. Yeah. Taking a drink. 1 moment. Okay. Wait, I can't remember if I've read this line. No one has properly defined what these distortions truly are. This means that not many are willing to jump into dealing with this new phenomena blind. We did hear that some are preparing to launch an association primarily dealing with distortions, but that's all it is, an association. We intend to deal with it on a corporate level. They're different from abnormalities, and yet the current rate of ego is from a distortion. It's only driving me slightly crazy, wondering how that works. Oh, that is interesting.
뒤틀림을 조져야 하는 이유가 되나?
Right, and so like the thing that makes me ask some of these questions is because it's actually something I was thinking about earlier today, that Limbus company is... they really place the story up front, if you know what I mean, where like we have this weekly grind of Mirror Dungeon, and that's canon to the sinews and stuff. The sinews actually do that, and it's like in a lot of other games, something like the identities and using different identities in combat wouldn't be canon, but in this they have that as being canon, as part of how things how the story goes. They use identities and stuff, and it's just like, which really makes me like wonder when certain low bits come up, like how does that fit with mechanics, and when mechanics come up, how does that fit with lore? Because they really do seem to care in a way that some game companies and developers don't, that their lore and story, their story and their mechanics go together. Right, but how's any of that our business? What reason do we have to go out of our way to tussle with those distortions?
되지.
Here's how
가장
it's
높은
your
곳에서
business.
내린 명령이니까.
The Odu came all the way
그런 게
from
없었나
the
보지?
top, the highest authority of our company. Don't they teach you how to follow orders in the slums?
안 되겠다. 그냥 오늘 머리 부수고
Ha,
입장을
this
보자 너.
does it. You're not leaving this bus alive.
관리자.
Manager came and ignored Heathcliff, who was visibly fuming, and turned to face me.
지금 이들에게 내가
My
대하고 있는
attitude
태도,
toward your
나아가서 회사에서
minions
이들을 어떻게 취급할지,
and the company's attitude toward them,
그건 결국
it all
관리자의
depends
선택과
on the
지도에 따라
choices you
달라질 거야.
make and your leadership. With that, she produced an envelope from under her arm and handed it over.
하지만 뭐 선택은 자유니까.
At the end of the day, though, the choice is yours.
저들 말대로
Yo,
원래
man,
LCB
aren't
임무인 황금가지만
completely
고집해도
wrong.
상관은 없다.
If you would like to focus solely on your primary mission, the Golden Bows, then fine. It's not like the company is going to kick you and your meat shields out.
물론 그 선택이 수감자들의
But
처우를
do
잘
understand that the company's treatment of the sinners may change depending on what you decide to do here. So, what is this? Like subtle blackmail or kind of a bit of a threat? It's something along some of these lines. Fantastic. Virgilius listens quietly, his eyes shut.
그럼 가보겠습니다. 붉은 시선. 다음에 또 보죠.
Oh, it's not blackmail because it's not written down. Or how is it wrong? Now then, Radgaze, I'll be taking my leave now. Until next time.
그러시지. 하지만
Fine, but next time,
좀
I'd prefer if you would watch your language. Thank you! Wait, Virgilius standing up for us? And not attacking us here? Really?
보여도 내가 당신이 말한 이 고기 방패들 겔잡이라.
Whoa! This is crazy!
부탁하지.
But then again, the bar is currently low for Virgilius. Of just not murdering my own people. These meat shields are still under my guidance, so try not to disturb me as well.
뭐 그건 관리자에게
Well,
달렸겠죠.
that depends on what the manager does, doesn't it?
그럼
Excuse me. She left, leaving nothing but the awkward silence behind. She gone bloody prick! After that brief moment of quiet, everyone began sighing complaining as though they'd just been ungagged.
듣고만 있는 것도 꽤 힘든 일이네. 나이 먹고
He's grown so soft on the sinew. This is his circus and his monkeys now. Yeah, not even killing them. He's so sad. Almost burst the blood vessel listening to all that. I thought I'd softened my temper with age. Still, good work keeping things non-violent, guys.
하지만 틀린 말을 하지는 않으시던 걸요.
I don't think she said anything around it. Oh, great. Hanelu, you better be careful. I think the sinews are less restrained against each other, Hanelu, because they know Dante can bring you back. So, careful. The others might attack you.
의도를 간파해야 할 필요는 없으니.
I found your manner of speech quite convenient. There was no need to unnecessarily read between the lines. I had little trouble understanding her and organizing my thoughts accordingly. This... I feel like we haven't quite gotten this aspect of Musso, but it also very much makes sense with who Musso has been so far. Not like in... It seems he might not be keen on subtle and indirect language and such. I think it might make sense. In that handler's defense, he has creepingly low self-worth. Oh yeah, it may be... That may be a good point. Huh. I guess that's one way of looking at things.
아무튼
Anyway, she's right that we really don't have much say in the matter. If the company asks us to do our jobs, we do our jobs.
명령을 수행하는데
I don't have anything to add myself. I have no issues with following orders. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I tried my best to cheer up the sinews as I opened the envelope she left behind. Not much of note was in there. Old-fashioned wacky-tacky. One old-fashioned wacky-tacky, a bunch of signed and stamped paperwork. And... Mission location. Yanjin Building. Let's go, Karan.
영진,
Yanjin.
베르,
Right, Vilk.
좋아,
Got it.
가면
I'm feeling it. Bist, bist.
출발. 부릉부릉.
Wait, no, she didn't say bist, bist. No.
영진, 마치 베르, 좋아, 감이 온다. 삐릭삐릭.
Very. This is in... Wait, am I remembering right? The language this is Korean, right? I'm checking. Yeah, that's Korean. Is that the same onomatopoeia as they use in Japanese? Because they use the onomatopoeia of biri biri in a Japanese for like an electrical sound, like zappy electrical sound. And do they use the same onomatopoeia in Korean maybe? I know this because one of my favorite anime characters, Railgun, from a certain scientific Railgun, is nicknamed in Japanese Biri Biri. I'm curious now if it's the same onomatopoeia. Judging by their lack of surprise, both Karan and Virgilius already knew where to go. And the bus took off. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Andrew is going to be so excited when you son finishes closing her wounds again. Yeah! Ooh! Look at that! 64 photos. I think that's a good place for a little break, though. We'll come back and continue this after the break. We'll be right back. If you're enjoying, consider leaving a like on the stream. It helps a lot with showing the stream to more people who might like it too. I'll be right back. We're back. Ooh, I know that all of the city is all corrupt, but it feels a bit significant that the district based in Korea is specifically called out for corruption here. Wait, is Ascope based on Korea? Why no Aleph? And we should use an identity with an Aleph ego equipped. Why don't we?
벌써 화끈하네.
It must. Oh yeah. It must be some. Okay, that makes sense. Also, I'll note him. I'm joking. I about the Aleph. I know that sometimes. Sometimes I say things that are jokes not even realizing I'm joking about. So Okay. Let's go. There we go.
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라. 캐치. 소각되었습니다.
Okay, let's... Wait, do we have access to... Let's do Into the Sunset, actually. Yeah.
단번에 끝낸다. 알아. 오느라 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까. 괜찮아.
캐치.
예전 안
소각되었습니다. 타올라라.
Okay. Let's... Anyone left alive? Okay, yeah, let's... They don't really want to die, do they? I don't know why that would be. We will go here. Do I want to activate? I can't activate any. Okay. Yeah, we'll just activate that ego.
불꽃으로 수놓은 이 별무리 속에 데려다 드릴 수는 없어도 쓸어하나 별빛으로 만들어 드릴 수는 있답니다. 상태 볼드 확인.
괜찮아. 예전 안 아플 거야.
보냈고.
Okay. How many more? Okay, we're nearly done. We're nearly done with this fight. I don't find too much to say about fights when they are the
다가오지 마세요.
when they are just waves of enemies like this, so it leaves me feeling actually a little bit awkward when it's just waves of enemies like this. Really should find something to talk about for the stream. I'm sure there's something to talk about.
순식간에 끝내줘.
Oh yeah, so I'm not actually sure what we're streaming tomorrow. There's... To fill the silence while Blade Lineage isn't the main story fight the Kumo clan is, they're actually a Thumb subsidiary. Yeah, I'm interested in that. Which... just more reason that it's interesting timing to do this. this chapter, this interval right now because of the announcement of the thumb identities. Oh, look at that damage! Nice job, Audo Blossom Faust. Audo Blossom Faust fighting her way for a place among my favorite identities. We do not have the right one here. We will cycle it. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Something continued to nag at the back of my mind during the frequent stabs and combat encounters. It was this one thing I just could not understand. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you as well. I'm not certain how to pronounce your name. Dane? Dane? I'm not sure. This is pretty much expected from Virgilius at this point. But if he already knew where we were going, and why, what did he to tell us for once? I muttered to myself while looking toward the back of the bus where Anda slept. She was still out cold. Come on, Faust. I legitimately think that this is something we have to talk about. Can you please relay my question to Virgilius?
그럼 내가 말하지.
If you won't do it, then I will. A journey can't always be sunshine and rainbows. Some friction is necessary. You're their guide! Otis relayed my question and began to share some of her own grievances with Virgilia. Okay, be a little careful. I don't want you to get beaten up, Otis. A lot of her own grievances. Oh, you finished. Well, you're not around. I did hear most of the details through the radio. And here is why I didn't tell you in advance. It's because you're the kind of people who never learn until the problem comes crashing through your front door. Would you have done anything differently if you knew in advance? It'll only serve to give you an excuse to whine about it. I don't think you are being very fair. I don't think this is a fair assessment. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes journeys have a massive storm, so maybe even caused by angry gods. Maybe. So there it is. What now, manager? Will you refuse this mission? How could I? They're already treating us like dirt. If I refuse this, I can't imagine how much worse it'll get. I'm sure you're thinking, how could I? And you'd be right. I can tell from the way he's looking at me that he already knew what I was going to say. I'm starting to wonder if he really can't hear me. Our guest is awake. You should go and ask you for directions, manager. Karan's intuition can only take us so far. I believe in Karan. Again, this would have gone much smoother if we had been told where we were going from the start. But like always, Virgilius felt the need to add comments like that before shutting me down and tuning away. He'd already closed his eyes.
내가 가서 상황을 설명하겠소.
Allow me to explicate our present circumstances to you. Ethan got up with an awkward smile in an attempt to clear the air. After some time, Ethan seemed to have successfully explained our circumstance to Anda. She was standing next to Karan, trying to give her proper directions. She had also told us that as long as we assisted her with her mission, she wouldn't mind taking the black stall, us taking the black stall for ourselves.
아, 여기서 오른쪽.
Tune the... 1 second, I need a drink. Tune to the right. There. They've already set up camp there. People dressed in Kirokumo clan's garbs were wandering the building, standing guard before its entrance. I have to! Mado bamboo-hatted Kim!
뒤틀림은 시간을 오래 끌수록 제압하기
Delaying further will only allow the distortion to grow more powerful. We must enter the building as soon as possible. Anda had already leaped out of the bus and was rushing with her weapon drawn. We quickly followed suit. Okay. 11 enemies, this'll take a bit. So one thing worth noting, I don't currently have exactly what is planned for tomorrow's stream. As mentioned in the first a minute or two of this stream, when Adam showed up, we've been trying to plan D&D, me and a couple other streamers, and we might stream D&D sometime. But one of the streamers isn't available tomorrow, so we probably won't do that without that person being available. But sometime we may actually have schedules line up and do a D&D stream. That might be fun. I don't think things are lining up for that tomorrow, unfortunately. Let's do that and that and that. But if we don't do the D&D stream, we're still doing something tomorrow. Some game. I don't know what currently though. There's a few things I've been going between. One of the ideas is that the game Warframe just got an update. I think there's a new quest in it. And I was thinking of streaming the new quest in Warframe. However, I have heard that there are some bugs in the new update in Warframe. So I'm a little more unsure because of that. Though I'm excited for the update that did come out. But I've been waiting on the quest because I'm thinking we could do it on stream. Are there options for tomorrow's stream that I'm considering? 1 second, let me select the... Actually, nope. I have to reselect stuff because I want to do this to make sure that Faust doesn't die quite so easily. Another thing I am considering doing for a stream tomorrow is, supposing it's neither of those previous two options, is I'm considering finding a puzzle game we haven't played on a stream. Just looking through, I have puzzle games I haven't played before in my Steam library that I've gotten on sales and stuff. And it's been a while since we've really played a proper puzzle game, I would say, on a stream. And I like to play through them from time to time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's like a number of puzzle games we could play sometime. It would be fun, and it would just be a nice change of pace because we have been playing a lot of the same games lately. Just trying a new game, not a new game. Heathcliff Canto is next. We're very close. Fast Canto, and I will glaze it. Sounds good. One second. Damn it! Looks like this was the last one of them. The aroma of blood. Some splattered, fresh, some older and growing vicious. I can already tell that there will be a collage of different blood splatters waiting for me in there. I am excited to see this collection for myself. You played the library? We played a little. I would like to play more sometime, but you know, it's a matter of having time to. This one expresses brutal thoughts with such nonchalance as one muses about their next meal. I wouldn't mind seeing a new puzzle game. I like to find new ones to play myself. Yeah, I have no idea if I would go with because I still don't know what we would play tomorrow. I have no idea whether we would go with like a new puzzle game that came out recently, or an old puzzle game that's been out for years that I've been meaning to get to. I don't know. Crazy forehead. Yeah. Whichever may be the case, the way is open. We must move with haste. Ander did not hesitate for a second before disappearing into the building's entrance. Man, I'm impressed by her energy. Wasn't she knocked out cold a few minutes ago?
정신력이겠지.
It is sheer willpower that moves her. What other choice does she have when her superior is captured?
아, 그런데 6층밖에 안 되는 건물을
Huh.
빌딩이라고 부르기도
From the
하거든요.
name alone, I expected Yanjin building to be much taller than just 6 floors. Building and all. Wait.
네. 뒷골목에 사는 비교적 흔한 일이죠.
I feel like I'm missing something there, to be honest. It is a common naming convention in the back streets. It's either that or just Hanlu being a little weird the way he is. I'm not sure. I looked up toward the rooftop of the building Hanlu was looking at, and suddenly grew curious. What time is it right
거울
now?
줄까?
Need a mirror? My head doesn't actually tell time, you know. No, I didn't actually. That's good to know, Dante.
현재 시각은 오후 2시 10분입니다.
It is 2:10 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon. It's not midday. But it's not supposed to be this dark, is it? How is it this gloomy and dark at 2 in the afternoon? I'm starting to lose my sense of time in here.
여기가 유독
Is it
심한
due
것
to
같네.
teacup stuff or is it something else?
연기 전쟁 때와 비교하면 애교 수준이지만
Seems particularly darker around this area we're in. Maybe related to the distortion? I don't know. Well, compared to the smoke woe days, it's still bright as a sunny day.
그건 그렇지.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
T사의 뒷골목은 줄곧 이런 상태라고 알려져 있습니다.
The back streets of Teacup are known to be in a perpetual state of murkiness.
기계가 계속해서 돌아가면서
Their
연기를 지속적으로
machines
배출하는 환경입니다.
ceaselessly discharge heavy plumes of smoke,
더욱 매캐
which
보이게
cloud
만들죠.
the skies. That and the constant color drainage keeps the back streets of Teacup dark and dreary. Oh, sounds like a fantastic place then, you know.
물론
Of
이건 연기
course, I
전쟁의
must
결과로
inform you
제약이 걸려
that the
많이 작업된
conditions
모습이지.
have improved
이전에는
somewhat after the smoke woe due to the various extenuating prohibitive conditions introduced by the outcome of that woe. That limits the production of smoke. Before the woe,
노닥거릴 시간 없지 않은가? 어서 들어오시오.
we have no time for idle chatter. Come now! Yo, in the UK, it's always like the. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's why it's gloomy and Teacup. We're doing Heathcliff. Yeah, it all makes sense, really.
검기 쪽에
There were more blade lineage bastards left.
뭐야?
But the last took them all out already.
잔챙이들이요.
They were nothing but mewling minions.
어째
The size of their bravado ill-matched their immature skills. They foolishly decided to stand their ground instead of retreating upstairs. An electric buzz of sorts played from the radio I had stashed in my clothes. Is someone calling this radio? The sound became much clearer when I unfolded the antenna from the radio.
여기는 LCD. 들려? 대답! 빨리!
LCD here. Can you hear me? Acknowledge. Come on. The voice coming from the other end of the radio was upbeat, to put it mildly, and very chaotic. Sounds great. I like this person already. Upbeat and chaotic. Okay, just have to press this button, right? Well, I'll attack, but it's not like you can hear.
진짜 째깍거려!
They actually tic-tac.
이런 데가
All right. I called you for a reason.
I'm just calling to relay a message, so don't bother responding, yeah?
Okay.
급하니까 한 번만 말할게.
We don't have much time, so let me keep it short.
너희가 회수해야
Remember that the Black Star you guys were sent to retrieve the monolith?
지금 그 위치에서 모노리스의 활동 신호가 엄청 강하게 나오거든?
I'm picking up a super huge bump in the monolith signal in the area near you. That signal can force people to distort. For your information.
강제로 뒤틀림하를 시킨다고?
Force people to distort.
그거 전부 흘러나오기 전에 빨리 회수해야 해. 알았지?
We meet this person later in the story. Her name is Azra from the Distortion Detective. Ooh.
We have to contain it before that seeping signal goes completely out of control, okay? What the heck is this?
아 미안.
Oh, my bad. I've got some stuff going on over here, too. You know? Anyway, I gotta keep this short, so let me just emphasize that time is of the essence here. Over and out.
The call dropped before any of us even had the chance to say anything. She's pretty lively, huh?
한가롭게 감상을 말할 때냐?
You don't have to sit around dumbfounded, clockheads. Let's crack on.
여기
Everyone, I think the elevators are broken.
그대들도 급해질 이유가
I
이제
see that
충분해진
you
것 같군.
and your fellows now also have a reason to hurry.
이대로 침개창을
I
돌파하는
say
것이
that we
좋지
break
않겠는가.
through their lines and rise through the stairwell. What say you? We don't have a choice. Come on, let's go. I put the radio back in my pocket and began running up the stairs.
의고 통화율 정상. 개체의 행동 패턴 추출
Can we
완료.
kill Yandro before we
이정도
stitch
성과라면
his rib
다음
for
연도에
a second
이어나갈 수
time?
있겠군요.
Yeah, I think she might be a little bit reckless. Just a little bit. 5.519. I really, I do hope we can get through this stream. I do worry with, it potentially taking longer just from the amount of, like, I talk about stuff. Then I'm hoping we can get through it. The stream.
제가
Yeah.
앞에 서죠.
아이고.
Oh man.
이거 애들은 싱거운데 오히려
Seriously?
배달하는 게 더 힘들잖아.
Still, well, it's the real challenge, isn't it? Not the Kumo clan guys.
이상하군. 그렇지 않은가?
Curious, is it not?
어?
What is?
어리바리한 것들
Did they
투성이잖아.
fill the stairwell full of weaklings who clearly don't know what they're doing?
어찌 우리를 막아내려
Perhaps they weren't trying to stop us from going upstairs. Perhaps they were afraid of retreating upstairs. No, it can't be. Anders' expression darkened. Maybe she had an inkling of a bad omen. There's a distortion in the building. I mean,
우두머리라는 자가 걱정이 되는 거.
dost thou worry for thy mantle? Don Quixote carefully sidled to Anders' side with a sympathetic expression.
그럴 수밖에 없어.
How could I not?
김사카시라는 분은
What kind of
어떤
person was
사람이었나요?
Mr. Bamboo Hatted Kim? Under appeared conflicted. As though she was having trouble organizing her thoughts, she shook her head and sighed.
늠름한 사람이었지.
He was a steadfast man.
지킬 것을
Protected
지키고
what needed
또한 죽일
protecting,
것을 죽였다.
killed what needed killing.
검계 안에서도 실력으로 줄을 세우며
He was
반드시
always one of the
손가락 안에
Blade
들을
lineage's finest. I do say that he was the most skilled swordsman within the lineage.
또
A man of few
말씀은
words,
작으셔도 자기 좋아할 사람은 끔찍하게 챙기셨지.
who always sought to take good care of those under his wing.
결정만 없었더라도
If only he hadn't made that decision.
우리의 친우가 이렇게까지
My
궁지를
fellows would not have met such a terrible fate. Oh. Sinclair halfway opened his mouth, apparently curious about what that decision might have been. But he soon realized that this was probably not the time to pry, and quietly closed his mouth.
어떤 상황이든 빨리 올라가 보는 수밖에 없나?
Whichever may be the case, I have no choice but to make haste. Then we have no choice but to make haste with her. Wait a second. Okay, I need to check something after the combat here. How many waves? Just one wave.
그려낸 대로
Something occurred to me. Let's see here. Yeah.
그려낸 대로
An idea occurred to me
걷잡을 수 없이
that might have been staring me in the face. About a certain identity in the game.
베어내리라.
Okay, 11 enemies, 9 left. Actually, egos, no, can't use it yet.
대체
Ooh, wait.
진행하겠습니다.
Audio Blossom's Tao Faust also has minor low relevance to the event to department. The LCE seems to be partly responsible for helping distortions to return to their human forms. Oh, that is interesting. That's cool.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
We have I feel like the distortions we've dealt with so far have not been so lucky as to return to the human forms. Okay, there we go. Like, Chromio distorted, right? Dan Grain distorted. The chicken guy distorted. Wait, did chicken guy return to his human form? I actually... Banny was lucky, but also his entire event was a bit silly. Yeah. But I don't think Dan Grain or Dan Grain and Chrome were both distorted, right? I think I'm remembering that properly, that those were distortions. And I'm assuming... Oh, Chromio better be dead. Oh, if Chromio shows up later, I'm going to be mad. Oh, Dan Grain and distorted?
상태 붕괴. 확인. 백지.
Oh.
소각되었습니다.
Wait, did he survive? Oh, wait, I can't remember exactly how that went. I remember him distorting. There was a sequence where Yisan like did the final
이 정도 성과라면
blow, sort of, with and thing. They had a special animation of how it ooh, there we go. Lunacy. I think I called Lunacy Sanity earlier in the stream. That's incorrect. I have skipped that entirely by being just that sure of her idea. Yeah, she's just that crazy. Okay, I said there was something that I wanted to check during that battle, something that occurred to me. That being a certain amount. Blade lineage Mantium so. Something occurred to me about how he looks. His hat. We're trying to save Bamboo Hatted Kim. Is this Blade lineage Muso a Bamboo Hatted Kim identity? Have I just been using an identity of the guy we're going to, I don't know, save? Meet? I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen without even realizing it. What do they have? Yeah.
유형 확인.
If the hat fits the description, it's not impossible. We'll see.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라.
Oh, Ahab did understood and unfortunately survived. I was telling them not to let you survive, but no, the sinners. Not like, oh, we've got to have mercy on her. Don't you go down.
언제까지
이 순간이
버텨보자고.
Oh, that entire conversation with the cow passing him seemed okay, right? They really shouldn't have let. Yeah, I know. So, it's not good for my mental health here being Ahab being alive. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I didn't check. I was thinking about how terrible Ahab was and forgot to check. Okay, no. Hero burnisms that I haven't let Faust's burn get out of control.
소각되었습니다.
Now, before I do let Faust's burn get out of control, let's use that ego. Actually, if we have the resources as well, why don't we get into the sunset going? Which, I am so glad I got into the sunset. I absolutely spam into the sunset. The fault lies with... Yeah. You need to tie up... Hey, what was that? Wasn't it an after team we were talking to earlier today being we're so much better than you guys, and weren't they supposed to clean up after us? Shouldn't they have cleaned up Ahab? If you're going to be so rude to us, you can at least do your job properly. But
이 별무리 속에 데려다 드릴 수는 없어도 끌어안아 별빛으로 만들어 드릴 수는 있답니다.
원망도 예뻐지나.
버러지 같은 놈들.
캐치 소각되었습니다.
okay. These, yeah, 9 out of 11. These should be the last two, I believe. Wait. We will go. I mean, it's probably not necessary. They're definitely dead from this turn, I think. We have a few powerful attacks going out this turn.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 것.
Ah, yeah, there we go. Didn't even need to get through it. This is always interesting that we don't actually have a proper, we don't have a quote when Blade of the House of Spiders is the most valued employee. we just have the sound of blades, of slashes, a blade ripping through there. Which, you know, just, ooh, feeds my curiosity. About, no, about here, about the blade of the House of Spiders.
제가 앞에 서죠.
Is she the only identity that has no actual votes for that? Or are there any others? Do we know? Well, I don't. That's a weird way to. I've been curious actually, but I haven't. As far as I know, she is interesting. Wait, just yeah. We'll do that. Let's.
순식간에 끝내죠.
남길 말은 없겠지.
Kinda interesting to me. We're randomly fighting these in the middle of fighting a bunch of Kurokumo clan enemies.
제가 묻었네요.
결정 영화.
Mo! But that was an easy wave. I mean, oh, so difficult. I persevered through that tough wave. Oh, I do need to level up my characters. I've barely leveled any of them up past 2 level of 45, even when I unlocked level of 45. I might have like one out. In fact, I think my only characters I've actually leveled up might be characters on my arena team. I don't know if I've leveled up any of my Birna characters to level 45 yet. The law behind the Pakatalam is that they are people who fail to tune into proper distortion like Komuro Dan Green did. So technically you are... Oh! Okay. That makes sense and is also... creepy. Interesting. Let's go... You're here. You fight there, you fight there. There we go. I know it's 2 battles in this. Burn them at 2 pieces. Oh, to ash. I don't know, I said pieces. You don't burn it to pieces. That's stupid. That's silly. Burn to ash.
순간이 다 들어 베어내리라. 원망도 옅어지나.
Oh, wait a second. 1 second. I'm googling something. I'll I'm going to check this in a moment. The monolith is a pretty mysterious thing in the lore right now. Interacting with it causes immediate distortion, which is likely why there are Katala here. This will surely not come up later. Oh, that is interesting. I'm sure there are no scientists that would do anything unfortunate with something like that. None.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸?
맛대가리도 없는 새끼.
Wait a second. Okay, no. Interesting. I'm excited because we have... Oh. Okay, we're just going to renovate that really quick.
이젠 안 아플 거야.
The next 2 weeks we're going to have some exciting polls because next week we're getting those 2 thumb IDs in this game. And the week after that, I think we're getting a Sandrone releasing in a Genshin Impact, if I'm remembering right. And I'm excited for both of those. Ah, that's exciting. Did we just fight the Pakatula?
맞습니다.
Yes.
여직 봐왔던 면면들과
Their
다른
appearances
생김새와
are rather dissimilar
좀더 심화된
from what
듯한
we have encountered afore. They appear to have grown more acute.
최종의 다음 형태입니다.
They are evolutions of each Pakatula.
사람마다 담아온 죄에 따라
The kind of
최종의 질이
Pakatula
달라지니
one transforms into depends on the types of sin that one has embodied in life. So it is no surprise that there may be variations to them. Oh, that's interesting.
여태 이런 형태가 나타났던 적은
But
한 번도
we've
없었는데요?
never encountered anything like them before.
황금 가지를 회수함에 따라
Collecting the golden bars could have expedited the Pakatula growth process.
그 가지 뭐가 연관되지 않는
Interesting.
게 더 빠르겠어.
Those bows, they really have something to do with everything, huh? Our job is starting to look a lot more serious. Really brings up the question of what exactly these bows are that we're gathering.
아니 그러고 보니 이 죄.
Right, that reminds me,
뭔가
these
죄를 상징하는 거였지.
Pakatula are each supposed to represent some kind of sin, right? Sin. My thoughts grow distant all of a sudden. No, the sinners grow distant while my threats draw nearer. That's an interesting way to put it. Their voices grow muffled. The word sin feels oddly unfamiliar today.
잃고 원본의 모양을 상실한 모습으로 보이는구려.
It appears that they have lost their sense of self. Their original forms now forgotten to oblivion.
뒤틀림이라는 것도 비슷한 거 아니었어?
Aren't distortions kinda similar to that?
누구는 뒤틀림이
Some people become distortions and some people become Pakatula. I wonder what the difference is. I think I know. Planted in the hearts of all are seeds with ever-present potential to bloom.
관리자님?
Executive manager?
뭐라고 했어?
What do you say? How talked over you, so I couldn't hear you.
계속하자면 극심한 스트레스에서 자신을
If
유지할
you
수
would
있게
allow me
된다면
to continue,
그건
maintaining
뒷틀림을
the
발전하고
self even at times of extreme stress could cause one to evolve into a distortion, and when the light of the day descends upon the house of every human, blooming the seeds buried deep within. This is interesting. This is interesting.
관리자님?
Manager? If one's devoured by their sins, they are reborn in the form of their image reflecting the dreamt by those who are nothing. Dante, what's going on, Dante? Dante. Dante, what is... What's going on? If one withstands... Yet... their sins, the heart... No, I can't make much sense of it. It sounds important, though.
뭐야 시계 대가리.
What the hell? Clarkad, what in the bloody hell are you talking about? I'd love to know that, Heathcliff.
심각한 소리가 나는데 저분 의체머리에
I-
무슨 문제라도
Ill like the sound of that. Has something gone awry with your prosthetic hand? What is that static? Yet if one seeks to bear the shall of the original house. Ego. Is that what you are speaking of? We have a more context around distortion, but even now I have no idea what they're saying. This is one of these times where I really feel like the writers of this game plan ahead. Oh, look at this! Oh no, Dante. In a world perceived through their own, they shall be unveiled to their egos, melt into by of sin. Yeah, everyone gets that all? I definitely got all of that.
말투도 뭔가 저희 할아버지.
Huh? They're starting to talk a bit like my grandfather. Huh? Manager, your hand. Oh, that's a little concerning, Hanlu. I'm a little concerned if this is what your grandfather talks like.
관리자님, 머리가 불타고 계십니다.
Executive manager, your head is on fire. Wait. Wait. Stanley's head's not normally on fire. Have I completely not paid enough attention? I thought Dante's head was normally on fire.
오, 불꽃.
Oh, what a blaze. Okay, it's more on fire. Okay.
진짜 터질 것
I think they're about to explode. Oh no! They're still going on! It hasn't stopped! This isn't good! Only those who can define their own
야, 저러다 쟤 죽는다고. 뭐 방법이 없어?
Oh, hey, we've got to do something before Clarkard bites it. Got any bright ideas, lass? I know not what to do. Only those who are awakened to their own... Tis coaching. I had thought that the manager Esquire's flaming hat was merely for style, for I had not once felt such heat from it. Faust, what if they accidentally activated the self-destruct sequence? This heat! If we don't douse it now, it's going to melt everything around them.
원리는 같습니다. 단테는 황금가지를 통해 본사
Yes,
지하에 심어진
the
명목의
operating
뿌리와
principles are the
연결된
same. Dante is, via the golden boughs, connected to the root of the sapling planted in the subterranean area of the headquarters, which is to say that... What is this? What? Dante is via the golden boughs connected to the... Faust? Huh? I feel like you're just nonchalantly dropping a low bomb there. What? I mean... So is Dante, but I'm just too bad at listening to properly get all of the low Dante's been dropping. I bet after this stream you could ask me about it, and I wouldn't remember half the stuff that Dante said in this conversation. Just me and my listening skills, not hearing Dante's. Wow, it's...
가지고 나발고 저 새끼 불은 꺼야 할 거 아니야.
Who gives a shite about the boughs? We've got to douse the flames on their head.
물! 누군가 물 없어? 뭐라도...
Watu! Just nay one have Watu. We must make haste and douse the flames. Sometime later. Ow. Pray tell, art thou recovered? My eyes. If I had eyes. That is. Opened slowly. I was lying on the ground, surrounded by the sinners. What happened? Do you not recall what had transpired? I guess I don't. I do remember walking up the stairs and suddenly feeling really dizzy. Really? You don't remember the step? Okay, so one of my two key ideas as to what that right there was related to our... That was either related to some connection between, like, I don't know, resonating with the golden boughs and distortion, or related to memories of Dante's past before they had the prosthetic head and joined Limbus company. Maybe? It's that. Huh? A workshop? Did I malfunction or something? Don't talk about them like you're talking about some machine. Either way, there isn't anything we can do about what just happened. Not here. Oh, something that's similar to tree branches is the nervous system. Ooh. That's true. That's an interesting idea.
활동에 지장은 없는 것
We
같습니다.
can discuss this later. Once we... Nope, that's not Ishmael. That's Faust. We can discuss this later, once we return. What just transpired does not seem to pose any hindrance to our mission. Under, where is...
이미 올라갔소.
She has advanced without us, while I remain curious, yet concerned about your condition. We must reconvene with her. The situation calls for urgency. Yeah, okay. There was a lot I didn't understand, but since we were in the middle of an operation, let's deal with this first. Oh.
내 앞에 튀어나와. 죽일 게 안 남아서 홧김에 죽여버렸잖아. 뭐냐?
I will gladly take any
다 덤벼!
lunacy. Actually, can I really quick look at this? So, oh, so he cares about Blade lineage allies. Interesting. And toys. Interesting. Okay.
팬다. 아비들도 거미집도.
이건 또 왜 고장이 나서?
Why did this have to break? Why now? There was a nervous looking man on top of the stair and the uppermost floor of the building. I could immediately tell that this man was unlike any other foe we faced in this building. I'd better be quiet in there. I hope that thing at least stays put. He kept looking into his pocket watch as though he was expecting something awful to come out of the store. He is! His garb, which highly resembles the Kurokumo clan's standard outfit, suggests that he is a relevant individual in this case. It is possible to extrapolate from his outfit that he is of higher rank than any foe we have defeated on the coast to this location.
그렇다면
Then, before I even had the chance to suggest waiting for a bit to come up with a strategy, Andrew was already charging at the man.
내놈 분명 흑운회의 부조장이랬다.
You must be the captain of the Kurokumo clan.
뭐야?
What the?
내놈들이 그렇게 바라던 검.
You wish to hunt the blade lineage? Very well, here I stand before you. Face my blade.
애들은
I suppose this means that my men are all dead, huh?
마음 같아서.
I'd toss you into that office if I could, but
안에 상품이 있는데
the
그럴 수
merchandise is still in
열받네.
Come on.
상대하는 것 말고 방법이.
Suppose I've got no choice but to fight. At least allow me to introduce myself. Then you can tell me who you are.
나는 준이다. 네 놈이 쳐부수고 올라온 것들의 부조장.
Name's Jun, captain of the boys you killed.
앵두 검을 다루는 게 살수. 우두머리
And
김사갓의 부하.
Salsu from the lineage of the Blades, a follower of Mantu bamboo-hatted Kim. The gallery before the door falls silent. It is as calm as a winter dawn. The two warriors, blades drawn, begin to take cautious steps. It's as though they are attempting to gauge the distance between each other. The notoriously frustrating miniboss has arrived. He has an unclashable counter that has more coins based on living allies. That kind of makes me think I should be using a Batu team and then my Burn team. Maybe I should be using a half-decent team if I'm against a frustrating miniboss. I mean, okay, my Burn team is half-decent. Half. There was a sudden flash when I came to my senses. The pair had suddenly switched sides, facing away from each other. The outcome of this clash?
Yeah.
Come on, that's it, huh? Miss Under! Appears to have been Under's defeat. She fell to her knees.
아니, 뭐 제대로 시작도 안 했다.
I still try to avoid. Wait, is it an unclashable counter that has more coins based on the number of his living allies? Oh, my living allies. I mean, I was just getting started.
저렇게 지쳐 있는데.
I'm surprised you even had any energy left for that attack. Yeah, I also don't know what she expected. I mean, she's been thoroughly injured. And also, she was injured fighting on people lower in this guy's group than him. I'm just... No offense to her. She's been fighting the Kuro Kumo clan henchmen on the front lines before we even had the chance to catch up. No wonder she's exhausted.
중상에서 회복한 지도 얼마 되지 않았습니다. 무리를 했군요.
I must also remind you that she was on the verge of death not so long ago. She has also overexerted herself.
너희들도 덤벼들 거냐?
What are the rest of you gonna fight me to? This hardly seems fair. Me against all of you. This Jun rested his blade on his shoulder with an annoyed scowl. I could tell from his single clash against Andrew that he wasn't going to go down easily. Well, I don't like that we're all gaining up against this one guy, but you've got one loud-ass clack for heart. What even is that? Is this some local teacup clock-shaped prosthetic fashion or something?
아, 시계. 야, 저거 맞는 시계냐?
It is a clock, right? You there. Is that clock had on time?
없겠냐?
Mate, what do you think? That clock ain't for telling time.
그러면
Huh?
뭐가지를
Then what do you decapitate yourself for? What a useless clock.
그럼 너희 중에 시계 갖고 있는 놈은 없냐?
Okay then, any of you got a timepiece? A clock? A watch? Anyone? My stupid watch broke again. The sinners wordlessly began to surround you. I guess not. Are any of you even wearing a watch?
아, 제정신.
You must all be insane, sauntering about without a timepiece. To be fair, two things. One, they've got a timepiece right there. And two, they are insane. Yes, they are all insane. You are correct, though. It's just that they are insane and have a timepiece. They're not mutually exclusive. Where am I, bro? I do not know.
있다고 한들 그대에게 말해줄 의리도 없네만.
Even if I did, I would totally find it within myself to show it to thee. You're all really getting on my nerves.
어차피 뒤에
You know what? That's it.
나도 이 안에
I'll be in
들어버리면
deep shit if
곤란해지는
I let
놈이야.
anyone in there anyway.
빨리빨리 덤벼. 더
So
기운
come
빠지기
and
전에
get me. I'll cut you down if it's the last thing I do. Okay, wait, is this the boss fight or is it the next fight? If it is the next fight, I'll be able to change my team up for that to a Mado team. Then my burn team.
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라라.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
Okay, let's see. We don't have any egos.
그려낸 대로.
It's the next fight. Oh, it will be a dungeon?
원망도 엿터지나.
Oh. Okay, yeah, then we're not finishing this INTERVALLO today, are we? If there's a dungeon as part of it. I am sad now. I wanted to get to the next canto, next stream. Well, next Limbus stream, you know. Nope, actually. I want to use that. Sometimes I really wish that when I had it like this and I could just like switch down in there and not have to reselect the whole rest of the chain after it. Because sometimes I like I like do the whole chain like and then go, oh, I want to use that ego, and then I'm like, now I have to redo the chain.
그려낸 대로.
떨어지 같은 놈들. 뭐야, 쓰러져? 아뜨거리 없는 새끼.
불꽃으로
Part of the next Limbus stream might be finishing this.
끌어하나.
Sounds like we'll be we might be like getting near the end of this stream, and then we'll be finishing in this next stream and starting. Yeah, I was really hoping we could just do the next stream as we're as fresh into the next canto at the start of it or something. Alas, it was not to be.
개체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
For one, I will say we
이
get
순간이 다
noticeably less people tuning into the INTERVALLO streams than the proper streams of the proper chapters, the cantos.
알아. 오느라 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
It does seem like there's some important story in the INTERVALLO so far. So... Wait... Sure. Oh. Oh, this is actually him. Oh, wait. He's the last enemy. Oh. This isn't just a random map. I should pay more attention. I get why, but INTERVALLOs have great moments too from here on. All of them have major plot elements introduced. Yeah, I mean, honestly, why don't we? It's been a bit since we've last done on Brilliant Glory. I mean, I've been enjoying the INTERVALLOs though so far less so than what is this? That's red eyes. No, I'm not spending eco resources on that.
이 순간이 닿아들어 베어내리라. 낮도 밤도
I'm curious if there will be more interest in the future INTERVALLOs viewership than these earlier ones, or how that will go. I don't know. We'll see. I fully plan to get to them and play through them on stream currently, so I actually do think so far the chicken one, as weird as Hal's chicken was, I think that Hal's chicken was actually very important to the story. This one so far does... Okay, the Santa Claus one, I don't see much importance in. But this one so far also seems important. The one directly for Don Quixote's canto is likely going to have more... Oh, I'm excited for Don Quixote stuff. Now let us converse for a moment. Anda seemed to have recovered somewhat as we thought. She bound John with a rope before throwing him to the ground. I do not expect a mere captain to know why your organization has put a bounty on our heads. But I cannot place the reason you were standing guard before this room. It was as though you were protecting your mentor from us, of all people. Wait, it wasn't just you, was it? Every Kurokumo clan filth we killed on our way up to this flow stood in our path. Like they were protecting something with their lives.
아니 그러니까
Fine, here's the truth then.
피해자는 우리라고.
We're the victims here. I'm unsurprised.
무슨 의미인가?
Whatever do you mean? We know there's a distortion here. Something's going on. You guys really have a way of pushing my buttons, huh? Oh, we weren't part of the party pursuing you or cutting you down. That was none of my business. You're just one of many syndicates or organizations that were unlucky enough to be on the thumb's shit list. Our run-in was just a coincidence. Okay, we were ordered by the thumb to stand guard next to a black stella here, that's all. Everyone was on edge, because we were supposed to transport it elsewhere pretty soon. And that's when you blade lineage bastards appeared out of nowhere.
나타났다.
Out of nowhere?
그런가?
I see. So this is where our mentor has awakened. You sound like you know something that I don't. Can't say that I've ever heard of a tech that could blip people into existence. Just like that. That they were using a singularity or something. Besides, the Blade lineage never had a chance. No rest for the sinners, but it's true, I am manager, and they have people to fight. It's time to fight Kurokumo, people.
그랬겠지.
Of course. That's sad, we're getting into the end of the stream, not too far off. 20 to 30 minutes or something. We'll see. Oh, if there's a better starting, if there's a better stopping point. We'll see. We had your friends cornered. We had no trouble cutting them down until there were but 3 of you left standing. Then all of a sudden, your boss's eyes began to glow. And okay, yeah, the Muso identity is definitely, what was his name? Bamboo Hatted Kim. Ah, it's totally this guy. He gets down everyone around him. It was a one-sided slaughter.
그럼
What? Then... You got that right. Blade lineage. Kurokumo. Planet didn't matter. He cut through everyone. So what the hell was I supposed to do? What were we supposed to do? I'm the captain. The lives of my men are my responsibility. I had to save them somehow. So I stayed behind to guard the door, while my man guarded the entrance to this building. What other choice did I have? Shit. Delivery deadline's coming up. I'm finished. This won't end with me having to cut off a finger or two. Damn it. Andrew struck the back of John's neck with a swift precision and dropped him to the floor.
앵두군 이미 생포 환자를.
And that man had already been subdued. Where foutest thou?
이 안에 들어서려 하면 귀찮게 굴 것 같아 잠재웠을 뿐.
I actually agree. I don't think Jun seems like a bad... I don't actually even think he seems like a bad person per se. Like it feels like compared to some of the foes, antagonists we've fought, we're fighting some much more morally grey characters here. I am a Miriam Roland. I can sleep. Night though, Palace. Have a good night. We will be wrapping it up soon, so we can as well. So we can sleep as well. I have merely put him to sleep. He would have caused us trouble had we attempted to enter that room while he was conscious. Like, it seems like the Kurokumo clan is like a syndicate, and they deal with, I mean, they're, as far as I'm aware, they're likely criminal, but honestly, we've dealt with antagonistic forces that are much darker and eviler than a group of criminals so far. Like a crime syndicate seems like whatever compared to some of the things we've been dealing with. Also, it's like a more minor crime syndicate compared to the tiny bit I know about the crime syndicates that are the fingers. I must talk to the Manto, see him with my own eyes. Have you gone deaf, lass? You bus'll cut down anyone who gets too close. No, that cannot be. Dante, we can infer from what information we have gathered that... Yeah, I agree. There's a powerful aura coming from behind that door. I can sense it. Oh, Manto. Anders' hands tremble as they wrap around the doorknob.
전투를 준비하지.
We must prepare for battle. I know that bamboo-hatted Kim will do no such thing. She slammed the door open and she's dead. Only to come face to face with a distortion.
일부 통화율 정상. 개체의 행동 패턴 추출 완료.
How many photos has this put us up to? Okay, also this isn't the... Okay, I'm guessing this is the minibus. Up to 390 photos, that's pretty nice. We're getting there. We'll have some pulls ready for the next banner. Okay, so if this is the minibus, let's switch teams to a more competent team. Oh, what team? Okay, so do we do... And honestly, I think I'm not going to bother with including... If I can include some photo character to boost our photos, we will. But I'm not too bothered if we don't have room. So, do we do arena team or Blade of the House of Spiders team? I am kind of leaning towards Blade of the House of Spiders, though Oh, he's the boss of the event, but you'll be facing him twice, here and inside the dungeon. Interesting. Okay. Actually, I have an idea. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I have never gotten to try Nir's father, Otis, Matthias Otis. Let's try a team. Okay, we have
망설임 없이.
This is actually interesting. The main times I have tried and done a House of Spiders team, I have...
전시 준비는 뭐?
어디 보자. 거미집 특별 조항에 따른
대상 확인했어. 시작하지.
이 떨림. 파시아도 기대되시나요?
Okay, so if it's a choice between House of Spiders, Don Quixote, Ishmael, or Sinclair. Oh wait, that's actually level up. Which of the... Maybe we just go with Pinky.
부름이라면 기쁘게 나서죠.
Oh! Is this the anime that I should avoid sinking? If so, I maybe switch
이럴 것
to
같아서
that.
하고 있었지.
Wait a second. Yeah.
4, 3, 1, 시작.
Bamboo-hatted Kim? Question mark.
어찌된 것입니까?
Mantu, what is this?
이건 우르의 검사.
I recognize these wounds.
상은하며
These are your techniques.
우리의
How
기술을 해야였단 말입니다.
could you put your blade to our fellows? One second. I am checking some... Okay.
말이 통하지 않을 것 같군.
Attempting to communicate seems futile. Pitch black flames lingered behind the man she called Bamboo-hatted Kim, Humanto. Something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. I could definitely sense it. This was a distortion.
짐승처럼 울고만 있지 말고.
Cease your beastly howls! Talk to me, please. Say something.
야, 다가가면
Oh, wait, don't get too close! The distortion unsheathed its blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range.
그 형세
That stance!
죽이겠다는
You're really going to kill? Get out of the way! As understood, the confused Sinclair urgently hurled himself in her direction, and in that brief moment the distortion's blade descended upon them as though it bisected the very space they inhabited.
이미 싱클레어 군도
I surmised that Sinclair has entered the distortion's range as well. We have no choice but to suppress it. We 10-step, sensing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. Makes you wonder, will Limbus Company's leadership gets their information? This don't feel like this information is that useful yet. Do not have much useful information, I feel like. So actually, I will note, I don't feel like I've really used a Blade of the House of Spiders team yet in anything that's actually really difficult content. I've used here in Mirror Dungeon and Luxcavation, but I haven't really gotten a chance to use her in other content, and sometimes in those content. And honestly, that means that I don't know if I have the best strategy yet for playing with here. Actually, let's go with, because we have some middle on this team. Let's get that envy up. Also, first time properly playing with Otis here, so we'll figure it out. Like, sometimes when I'm playing with my Blade of the House of Spiders, I just use here defense, but it's an evade, right? To slaughter my own characters and then go 1v however many enemies there are. But I feel like in a proper difficult fight, that's probably not the best strategy. It's just a fun strategy in other fights. What? How much? Nope. Sometimes how much envy does she want? I forgot just how many passives she has. She wants 3 for. Oh wait, do we have any other? Okay, I'm guessing we might be wrapping the stream up after this fight because. That's kind of nasty. That's a kind of nasty ability. Ooh, Pride and Wrath. Oh, last ineffective. I guess it's a good thing I did not do my arena team, because I mean I have to have my arena characters technically on this team, but it's not focused on their damage. That's sad. Yeah, we'll use their abilities.
재밌겠는데? 쳐다보긴 우리 엄마 멋있는 거 알아가지고. 이 순간이 닿아도록 베어내리라.
그렇지. 바로 그거다.
보여드려야겠군요.
Ah,
왜냐면
Faust.
예술을
Next foam. I say next as if she's going to have another after the. Okay. Oh! Now, does he have another phase in this part of the fight? I don't know. We will see. My guess is no, but there's more to the fight in the dungeon. But we'll see.
거긴 킬존이다.
쳐다보긴
Part of me
우리 엄마 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
is hoping he kills some of my characters to power up my Ryoshu. No, actually a large part of me. I'd like him to actually just kill some of my character to power up Ryoshu. No! I should have killed them then. Someone was supposed to kill those Nurse Fathers. I have to do my own dirty work of killing the Nurse Fathers.
파우스트는 이번에야말로 완성했어요. 마에스트로님께서도 인정할 수밖에 없을 완벽한 걸작을.
Technically, here so does her other poem, since most of that is her original baddie. I like my arena characters, they're insane. Okay, yeah, there's the dungeon. I think that's where we'll be picking it up next stream, which will honestly almost certainly be when the next banner is up with those thumb IDs, because we're doing a different game tomorrow. I don't think I have time to stream Sunday, Monday or Tuesday, so I think this will be up. I mean, this will, not this will, the next banners will be up. And, we will... I feel like, so, I will have to look at what their actual abilities and stuff are. There's always a chance I'm not pulling for them, but at the moment I feel like there's a strong possibility that I pull for the thumb character, the thumb Nurse Father and the thumb apprentice. We will see though. Also, basically as soon as I end the stream, I think I'm going to watch this video I have open on one of my monitors that is the actual teaser for them, because I kind of want to watch that. I'm kind of excited to watch that. So I'm really excited. We'll have a decent number of pulls for it. So that's exciting. And yeah, we will probably actually be shouting the next canto next stream. I hope. But I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, please do try and have a blast for me. Bye.